devastation on the ground, it's affecting millions of people. The donations that we received were all distributed within 2 days, so they are constantly asking for more. It was difficult to see and witness everything that we saw. There was just thousands upon thousands of people being evacuated from Ukraine into Poland. We just saw columns of buses full of people, young children, elderly, vulnerable people being evacuated from Ukraine into Poland. Approaching the border, we saw tents, we saw refugees. People were crying, people were distressed, the children were cold. It was about -4 in the morning when we were there, so it was difficult to hear the conversations and witness everything. We created a post on Facebook and the donations just exploded. We received hundreds and hundreds of donations from people locally in Sheffield. We loaded up a big Sprinter, a Mercedes Sprinter van, and we got onto the next available Eurotunnel train and just drove right across the border. It was a 21-hour drive. The trip to leave to the border and back cost us near 1,600, so it wasn't a cheap trip. The fuel across Europe is really expensive at the moment. The fuel alone cost us over £900 there and back. Yes, it's expensive, but whatever we can do, if we can save people, then it's all worth it. It's not money is not an object when it comes to saving lives, in my opinion. Our city, a peacekeeping military base, was bombed on Sunday morning, and all our family in group heard explosions in the distance, so it just goes to show that no part of Ukraine is safe at the moment. Yeah. Everyone wants to, my grandparents, cousins, aunties, they all want to remain in Ukraine. It's where you build your life, it's where your friends, family, your community is. To leave that behind, to go to a foreign country where you don't know the language, you don't know anything, to start fresh, it's difficult, especially if you don't know where you're going to end up. At this point in time, we still want to continue to support Ukraine and our community, but we're just stuck at this point in time because we don't have any transport. So we are reaching out to local businesses and companies, seeing if they are able to support us in any way, perhaps loan us a van for the trip to the border.